Sometimes, love doesn't arrive in a limousine, it comes on a dusty road, in a letter written with trembling hope. Stay till the end, because what happens to this young woman will make you believe that fate doesn't discriminate. And if this story touches your heart, don't forget to like this video, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs hope today. The bus rolled through the barren countryside, dust trailing behind as if erasing the path that led back to the city. Inside, a young black woman named Amara Johnson sat clutching a worn envelope against her chest. Her hands trembled, not from fear, but from the weight of everything she had left behind: poverty, loneliness, and the whispers that told her she'd never be enough. She had signed up to be a mail-order bride, hoping for a chance at love, or at least stability. In her heart, she knew she deserved kindness, but in her world, kindness was a rare luxury. Letters from potential husbands came, most out of curiosity. But when her photo was sent, everything changed. Replies stopped. Some even mocked her. One man wrote bluntly, "You're not what I'm looking for. I want someone fairer." Still, Amara didn't give up. She prayed each night that someone would look beyond her skin and see her heart. Then one letter arrived that felt different. It was written by William Carter, a widowed farmer from Montana. He didn't talk about beauty or looks. He talked about partnership, faith, and the quiet kind of love that grows like crops after a long rain. So here she was, heart pounding, on her way to meet him. When the bus stopped, Amara stepped down, her simple dress fluttering in the dry wind. A small crowd had gathered, mostly curious locals. They stared. Whispers followed her. One woman muttered, "She came all the way here for a white man. She's got some nerve." William hadn't arrived yet. Her heart sank. Maybe he'd changed his mind. Maybe he'd seen her picture again and thought better of it. After nearly an hour, a shiny black pickup pulled up. A tall man in a dusty hat stepped out, his blue eyes kind but tired. That was William. He looked around nervously until his eyes landed on her. "Amara?" he asked softly. She nodded, clutching her small suitcase. For a long moment, he said nothing. Then he smiled. A slow, genuine smile that melted the tension in her chest. "You look even better in person," he said. "Let's get you home." The drive to the farm was quiet, filled with awkward glances and shy smiles. William's land stretched for miles, golden wheat swaying, cows grazing lazily under the afternoon sun. He showed her the small white farmhouse, the chicken coop, the barn. "It's not much," he said, scratching his head, "but it's honest work. I built most of it myself after my wife passed." Amara looked around and whispered, "It's beautiful. It feels like peace." Days turned into weeks. Amara worked hard, helping feed the animals, tending to the garden, cooking meals that filled the house with warmth. But not everyone was kind. The nearby townsfolk gossiped viciously. "Did you see the farmer's new bride? She's not one of us. He must be desperate." Amara heard every word, but she kept her head high. William defended her fiercely. "She's my wife," he'd say. "And she's more than you'll ever understand." One afternoon, at the town market, a group of men sneered as she approached the vegetable stand. One spat near her feet. "You don't belong here," he hissed. Before she could react, William stepped forward, his eyes blazing. "No," he said firmly, "you don't belong in my life if that's how you treat my wife." Silence fell. The men backed off. From that day, people saw William differently, and slowly, they began to see her differently too. Months later, the farm faced a terrible drought. Crops withered, debts piled up, and William nearly lost everything. Amara refused to let him give up. She worked from dawn to dusk, found old irrigation methods from her African grandmother's teachings, and somehow managed to revive a part of the field. One evening, William found her in the field, her dress covered in dirt, her hands blistered. "Why are you doing this?" he asked. "You don't have to suffer with me." Amara looked at him, tears mixing with sweat. "Because love isn't about comfort. It's about standing beside someone when the world turns its back." William couldn't speak. He just pulled her into his arms. In that moment, he realized, he hadn't rescued her. She had saved him. Years passed, and the Carter farm became one of the most prosperous in the region. People who once looked down on Amara now came to her for advice, for help, even for friendship. Children loved her, calling her Mama Amara, for her kindness and stories. One day, at a community fair, a young couple approached her shyly. "You were rejected once, weren't you?" The woman asked softly. How did you forgive them? Amara smiled. You don't carry forgiveness for their sake, she said. You carry it so your own heart can stay free to love again. William stood beside her, pride in his eyes. She was my perfect choice, he told the crowd. Not because she looked like anyone else, but because she saw life in everything, even in me. So when people say love is blind, maybe it's not blindness, it's clarity. The kind that sees beyond skin, color, or past, and looks straight into the soul. If this story moved you, hit that like button, subscribe, and share it with someone who needs to remember. Real love isn't found, it's chosen, every single day.